having a good day? Yes. And today I want to talk to you about debt. How many of you have student loans, credit cards, or a car loan? Okay. Is anybody completely debt-free? Yay! That's awesome! Good job, guys! I'm surprised. Society tells us that we need to have the latest, greatest, shiny new gadget, and that our stuff defines who we are. And credit card companies make it sound like it's a privilege to have one of their cards, and that we can't do anything or have anything unless we finance. They send us things saying, you're approved, and make it sound all great. But it's really not. That's not true. So, today I want to share with you the benefits of being debt-free, how to get out of debt, and how to stay out of debt. Now, who am I, and why should you listen to me? Well, my name is and in 2009, I had just over $24,000 of consumer debt. I had 6 credit cards. One of them had a 30% interest rate. I was driving an 8-year-old Honda Civic that did not have air conditioning because that's all I could get approved for. I was working 2 jobs just to stay afloat, and I had absolutely nothing to show for it. I felt like I was drowning. So I made a decision that I did not want to live the rest of my life that way, and I started working really hard. And surprisingly, it only took me 16 months. But today, I'm debt-free. And I pay for everything up front: school, vacations, Christmas, any kind of gifts, emergencies, clothing. I recently paid cash for a car, and I'm saving for retirement. So, you absolutely do not have to have debt. It is possible to live a good life and achieve your goals without debt. Now, I want to share with you the benefits of being debt-free, and those are less stress. You don't have to worry if your car is going to get repossessed or your house is going to be foreclosed on. You will have better relationships, and divorce statistics actually show that money fights are one of the major causes for divorce these days. You will be able to help the less fortunate and have a better self-esteem and more confidence. You'll have more time to do the things that you love. And if you lose your job, it's okay, because you will have an emergency fund in place, and you can take that time and look for another job. It's not the end of the world because you've saved up money and you can take care of things. So you can also start saving for retirement. Now, you guys might be thinking, I'm only like 20-something years old and I have my entire life ahead of me to think about retirement, but that's not true. So I want to tell you what Dave Ramsey says. Dave Ramsey is my favorite financial advisor. I don't know if you guys have heard him on the radio, but he's my favorite. So he says that if you save $2,000 per year from the time you were 19 until you're 26 years old, and invest it in a good growth stock mutual fund, by the time you are 65 years old, you will have approximately $2.2 million. So who wants to retire as a millionaire? Now, all that sounds great and everything, but if you're in debt, how do you get out? Well, you need to make a decision that that's what you want to do. You need to make a goal, write it down, and look at it regularly. Stop using your credit cards. Take a look at your expenses and say, do I need this or do I want it? And every single thing you need to look at that way. So, for example, like gourmet coffee, going out to eat at restaurants, cable television. You guys know what I'm talking about. Okay, so you need to save some emergency money just in case, like you have a tire blowout or your transmission goes out in your car, because most people get credit cards saying, I'll use it for an emergency. But we end up using them, and just keep building if you don't pay them off. So you also need to have a budget and stick to it. That's very important. There are a lot of resources online where you can learn how to create a budget. And if you, well, let me just give you an example here. If you have a $1,000 income and your expenses are $600, then you have $400 left over. Now, typically people go out and spend it on whatever they want, but if you are trying to get out of debt, you need to just focus on that and pay towards your debt. And once you're out of debt, you can save for retirement. Now, if you're not making enough to where you can put that much money towards your debt, you need to increase your income. And some things that you can do are sell things online. You can use KSL, Craigslist, Poshmark, eBay, Amazon. You can have a yard sale. You can house sit, dog sit, walk dogs, you can mow lawns, do just about anything. Get a part-time job if you don't have one and you're in debt. And the Bureau of Labor Statistics actually shows that if you work between 10 and 20 hours per week, you probably will have a higher GPA, and it's probably because you're not out socializing and spending money. So now that you are debt-free, how do you stay out of debt? You need to stay away from all of your old habits. It's kind of the same as when you're getting out of debt. If you fall back to your old habits, then you are going to end up in debt again. So you need to live below your means, spend less than you make, and continue doing your monthly budget and stick to it. Evaluate your needs and your wants all the time. If you are just getting everything that you want, then you're going to end up in the hole again. Increase your emergency fund to 6 months, so that way if you do lose your job, then you can cover your expenses. Plan and save for large purchases, such as a car. If you're saving for a car, you know yours is about to break down, you can start putting money away towards that car, so that when the time comes, you have the money. So now that you know the benefits of being debt-free and how to get out of debt and stay out of debt, I want you guys to take control of your money before it's too late and your money controls you.